Well, good morning. Today is Thursday, February 4th, 2021, and usually we do a tag on Tuesdays. Tracy over at Trials of a Long Hair Girl has a tag every Tuesday, and she wasn't feeling well this week. She was a little under the weather, so she didn't do one. She took a week off. But Dish with D, I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box down below, came up with her own Weight Watcher tag, or not Weight Watcher tag, a weight loss tag. And she's had it as an open invite that anybody that wanted to do it could do it. And so I decided I would do it too. And it's just the top questions, the top 15 questions that she was asked, and pretty much I've been asked the same questions all the time. And so I just thought it would be a fun video for my new subscribers to get to know me a little better. Okay, the first question, which I do get a lot, is how tall are you and how much do you weigh? I am 5'8", and I weighed, on my last weigh-in last Friday, 216.2. My best loss that I've had so far was 209.2 was the most I've lost. I ran into a little bit of a Christmas cookie attack during Christmas, and I gained 9 pounds during December. And so I'm working at getting rid of it. So I did lose 2.8 pounds last month. I'm 70 years old, so it's going to be a slow process, but you know what? You're never too old. I always thought, I'm too old to lose weight. You're never too old. It's slower, it's harder. It really is. I'm not going to sugarcoat that at all. It is really harder when you are older. I wish I would have done this when I was younger. I can't say for lack of trying. I was on so many a diet. I was in Weight Watchers at least 5 times. I was in TOPS, which is Take Off Pounds Sensibly, at least 4 times. I tried the Dr. Phil diet. I tried the Dr. Green diet, Bob Green diet. I did the Atkins diet. You name a diet, I've done it. I've just had grapefruit and just tomato soup. I mean, I've done it all. But it wasn't until I joined Weight Watchers that I really found my niche, and I found out where I want to stay for the rest of my life and how I want to eat. Number 2, here we go. When did you start, and how long, and how much have you lost? I started officially with this last and my only and last, my very last time joining any kind of a weight loss group, because I have found a way I can eat the rest of my life. And I joined Weight Watchers on December 31st, 2016. And my plan was to reach my goal within 2 years. It's been 4 years. I still haven't reached my personal goal is to get to Wonderland, which means I have to lose about 17 pounds. And but if I could lose 100 pounds, which is really what I started off to do, was just to lose 100 pounds. When I started, I was 304.2. So I have come a long way, and I'm really proud of that fact. So at 304, so I've lost about, I don't know, about 90 pounds, about 90 pounds. So, well, 88.6, I think, something like that, or close to 90 pounds. At one point, I was 95.2. That's where I want to get back to before the end of February, is my goal. My ultimate goal for this year so far is to get to my 100-pound loss by Easter, which would mean I'd have to lose another 12 pounds, which is entirely doable. And like I said, it's been 4 years, but once I hit my goal, it's not like I'm going to stop. I have to keep on going if I want to keep the weight off. Number 3, what was the hardest adjustment when you started? My hardest adjustment really was my mindset. It really was. I think that your mindset is 100% of how successful you're going to be. Granted, you have to eat the right foods. You have to be doing the right things to keep your body in shape. I understand all of that. But you can eat the right foods and not have the right mindset, and you're not going to stick with it. So mine was, I was really dedicated. Everybody's dedicated that first month, especially when you make a New Year's resolution on December 31st. Everybody's good in January. You just judge by how the gyms look. Well, not now because of the pandemic, but how the gyms look. In January, they're packed. And the people that I know, like my brother-in-law goes to the gym faithfully, and like he said, he just doesn't go in January because he said, if I just wait the 3 weeks, then I know I can get my machines back. And that's sad, but the hardest part for me was just adjusting to, this is the way you got to eat the rest of your life. So that's why all my other diets didn't work. You know, like when I would only have like a bowl of Cheerios for breakfast and a can of tomato soup for dinner, I did lose my weight. I lost it pretty darn quickly. Oh, be right back. Like I said, I did lose my weight rather quickly eating like that, but then you know what? I put that weight on so much faster, and then I put extra weight on afterwards because I didn't learn how to eat the right way. So now I know how to eat the right way. Do I eat the right way every day? No, I don't. I'm human. I binge. Not that everybody binges, but that's part of my MO. What is it? Modus operandi. MO. That's my MO. I do binge, and but now I rein it in a lot quicker than I ever did in the past. Before, I could go weeks and months before I've gone crazy. The longest I've ever binged in the last 4 years, I mean truly binged, is like a weekend, and that's saying a lot for me. That really is. Number four. Do you eat all your dailies and weeklies? Yeah, I do. I eat a lot. If you've seen my channel, you see I have really big portion sizes. I eat a lot of food, but it's healthy food. But this week I've started counting calories, and it's kind of making me a little bit more aware of how much food I actually am putting on my plate. So that's helping me out tremendously. As far as the weeklies go, yeah, because when, like Weight Watchers, I'm on the blue plan. And why did I pick the blue plan? I picked the blue plan because it's easy for me. I've been on it for the 4 years because it was Points Plus and Smart Points, and it was all basically the same amount of points each time. And there's so many 0-point foods, and I do remind myself every once in a while that just because they're 0 points doesn't mean that they're 0 calories, because you have to remember that. Can you eat a dozen eggs? Well, no, but Kuhan Luke ate 50 of them. I heard that Paul Newman really ate 50 eggs for that scene. I don't know how he wasn't sick. Well, he probably was sick. But anyway, they're 72 calories each. So if you ate 10 eggs, that's 720 calories. And so just because there's 0 points, there's still calories. You got to remember that. And the Blue Plan offers me so much more that I can eat in a way that I can eat the rest of my life. And I've been doing it for so long that I really don't need to check with Weight Watcher guide or anything. On occasion, if I have a new food, which is very rare, I'll have to look it up. But for the most part, I know exactly how many points everything is. I don't have to look it up. And so that's why I like it, because it makes my life seem a little bit more normal. And as far as the weeklies go, on the Blue Plan for Weight Watchers, is 23 points is what I get each day. And then you can go 10 under or 5 over. Well, if you go 10 under, you can roll over 4 points. So if you have a special occasion coming up, you can save 4 points each day to kind of make up for when you're going to eat a little bit extra, like that extra slice of cake or a donut or something like that. But when you go over, like the 5 over, they take that away from your weeklies. And so, yeah, I do use my weeklies. Where do you find your recipes? I have in the recipe in my playlist below. If you go in the playlist and you look under recipes, I do have recipes that I have done myself. I don't have a cookbook, and I don't have recipes that I share too much. I do occasional cook with me's. If I do have eat something that's a little bit off my beaten path, something that I didn't make myself, that I didn't invent myself, I always give credit. Dish with D has this delicious cream of wheat bread that I absolutely love. Jones Pointed Plate found out that I liked the Starbucks Megan Drangen food iced tea lemonade or whatever. But she found me a recipe which was 0 points to make like a duplicate of it. So and whenever I have it or anything, if I have a recipe that I've used, I always put the link in my description box. So if you ever see a cook with me, unless I've specifically said it's something that I came up with myself, it'll be in my recipe link. If it's something that I'm eating that I've gotten from another channel, I always give that channel credit. I don't go online looking for recipes. I basically cook the same things all the time, and I can't really share a recipe because I'm not a measurer, which you need to be on Weight Watchers, because I just use a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So, you know, but anyway, I do find that you can eat the way you want to eat. Number 6 is the best advice you can give to beginners. Know this is the way you're going to eat the rest of your life. Don't choose things that you want to eat just now just to lose weight, unless you just want to lose like a quick 2 or 3 pounds and know you're going to gain them back. And then you're going to try this again. I'm not saying that following this program you're not going to gain weight. You are going to gain weight. You're going to always go up and down. Your body fluctuates every day anyhow. So your body's always going to go up and down. If you go out to eat, you're going to have, like from the preservatives they use, you're going to probably gain 3, 4, 5 pounds overnight. But you're going to lose that right away the next day if you drink a lot of water, because it's just the preservatives they used in the food to keep it, fresh. And I just think that if you don't go in there with the full knowledge that this isn't a quick fix, this is like a long haul, it's the rest of your life type of thing, that you're going to be successful. If you just go in there for like a quick 5 or 6 pounds, plan on being there again, because you're going to have to be doing it again. What do you think? What do you wish you would have done different in the beginning? I think I wish I wouldn't have set a 2-year goal, because after 2 years, I'll admit I feel a little bit like a failure. Now, I mean, I've lost almost 90 pounds, and that's nothing to shake a stick at. That's really good. But like I had set a 2-year goal, and I always said, well, if you lost like a pound a week, that's 52 pounds, that's 104 pounds. I should have reached 104 pounds in 2 years at a pound a week. But I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying my food choices. I've reached a point in my life that I just want to be happy all the time. And it's just, I don't want to end my life on a diet. It's like, not that I'm planning on dying anytime soon. I know I talk about death a lot. I'm obsessed with it. I'm sorry, but I am. But I just think that I don't want to have my last meal be a fat-free cottage cheese. I'd like my last meal to be like a donut or something, I want to be like knowing I can have something that I like along the way, and I'm not sacrificing, and enjoy going out and eating. Have you exercised from the beginning? I don't exercise per se. I do love going for a walk. Winters in Michigan. When I was younger, I didn't have a problem. I would go, when I was 66, when I was younger. When I was 66, when I first started, I would go out in all types of weather, and I really wouldn't care. But, every year you get a little bit older, and every year you notice something that you slow down just a little bit more. And I always thought it was a myth. It's not. You really do. And I'm not saying I'm ready for a rocking chair or anything like that, because I'm not. But I don't walk now in the winter when it's icy and snow. The cold doesn't bother me. I can walk in wind chills below 0. That doesn't bother me. You bundle up, you get warm, you walk. And then as you're walking, you warm up. But the ice and snow prevents me from walking. And then with COVID, you can't really go anywhere. So I don't have any malls that are close by me that I can go to a mall and walk. Before, when the winter came, I could go to like Lowe's and walk up and down the aisles, or Home Depot or Target or something like that. But with COVID, I pretty much stay home. And I could do things around the house, but I just don't. I'm lazy. In that regard, I'm lazy. How do you stay motivated? I stay motivated because I feel so much better. I mean, when I do go off and have my binges, I feel like crap. I don't sleep well. I ache. I just feel tired, run down. I just want to nap, fall asleep in the chair. I don't like that. So what keeps me motivated is the healthier I eat, the more exercise that I get, the better I feel. And as far as the exercise goes, I forgot to mention that I do walk. When I do walk, I walk between 2 and 3 miles a day. Around my subdivision, 1 time is a mile. So a lot of times I'll walk it twice, and then sometimes I might go like just my little short block is a half a mile. I might do 2.5. Why don't you eat fat-free? Because like I said, I'm going to eat like this the rest of my life. I am not going to sacrifice flavor for losing weight. I am going to figure out a way to eat what I love and love what I eat. And I think I found that with Weight Watchers. I really have. I eat full-fat cottage cheese. I eat regular peanut butter. I have bagels. I have donuts. I have potato chips every once in a while. Not very often, but every once in a while I have potato chips. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to go like eat a whole bag of potato chips at one setting. I measure them out now. I put them in a bowl, and when you just reach from in the bag or the dip, like if I even use chip dip, but if you measure it out, 2 tablespoons. It doesn't sound like a lot, but if you put 2 tablespoons on a plate with a regular portion size of potato chips, it's more than enough, and it does satisfy you. It really does. As far as candy, I still eat candy. I have the little fun size candy bars, which I think are 3 points. Sometimes you just need a 3-point treat, and if you just take the time to savor it, you really do enjoy it more than just popping them like a candy bar. If you eat, I love, not to say that I don't eat a candy bar, because I do eat a candy bar, but if you eat a candy bar, really the first 2 bites have really satisfied the chocolate craving that you had, and then you just eat the rest. Whereas little fun size bars are just perfect. And then what I like about a fun size, if I want to have like a Snickers and a Milky Way, then I have like 6 points for 2, whereas a whole candy bar is like 12, 13 points. So that's my little tip. And like I said, you're going to eat like this the rest of your life. Find something that you like. I'm going to eat regular mayo, not fat-free mayo, regular cheese, not fat-free cheese. I use regular salad dressing, although there are some light dressings that I do like. I do like the Panera poppy seed dressing, which is only 1 point for 3 tablespoons. I like that. The Olive Garden dressing, the light is 2 points for 2 tablespoons, and it tastes just like the Olive Garden dressing if you go to the restaurant. And there's a couple that I do like, but for the most part, I love my Thousand Island. I love my Viva Italian. So that's what and I know I could use vinegar and oil, but I always put too much oil or too much vinegar. I never get that combination right. Does your family eat like you? Well, it's just Jim and I here. So, and it's just really basically me because Jim works afternoons. But I do cook on Sundays. And I make my regular meal. He eats, like I prepare the meat the way I want to prepare the meat Weight Watcher way. And then I'll have vegetables. Jim doesn't eat vegetables. He hasn't met a vegetable he likes. But he'll eat potatoes and cottage cheese and pineapple and things like that. So he pretty much eats the way I do eat. And I think that my family, I used to have family dinners every Thursday. My whole family, brothers, sisters, kids, nieces, nephews, grandkids, everybody used to come. It was just an open invitation. And I cooked their favorites, but I cooked my favorites too. So I have to say that since I started, my 2 boys have lost, my one boy lost 100 pounds, but then he gained a little bit back, so he's at 85 pounds. And my other son has lost 45 pounds. So I was a little bit of an inspiration for them too. Why do you stay with Weight Watchers? I ask myself that a lot. I really do ask myself that a lot because I stay with Weight Watchers because I need some kind of accountability. I don't like paying, although when I was going to the meetings, I was paying like $57 a month, and I was always bitter about it. Now I pay $21 a month for the online, but I don't do the Zooms, and I kind of wonder why am I paying the $21. My contract is up in March. I am really considering switching over to iTrack Bites, which basically follows the same plan as Weight Watchers. I'm just... I don't like the way they're doing business lately, to be honest with you. And that leads to have you ever been asked to be an ambassador or a leader at Weight Watchers? Well, I haven't lost enough weight to be a leader. I've never been asked to be an ambassador. But the way they're doing the company right now, I just like doing the videos because then I can tell you honestly how I feel. When you work for any kind of a company, you have to follow their guidelines. And although as much as I do love Weight Watchers, there are aspects of the plan, or the aspects of the company that I'm not particularly fond of. But if I have to say what is one of the main reasons you've been successful, other than my dedication to being on this plan, the support, 100% support that I get from YouTube, I would say switching to Weight Watchers because I found a plan that I can follow the rest of my life. Do you drink a lot of water? I drink 2 of these a day at least. And if you bring it up to the first line right there, it's 32 ounces. I fill it all the way to the top, so I consider that 34. So that's 68 ounces of water, which they've always recommended 8 8-ounce glasses of water, which is 64 ounces. I drink 2 of these during the day. I drink 1 of these before my breakfast, which my breakfast is really my brunch because I don't eat my first meal till like 1 or 2 o'clock. I'm not really an intermittent faster, although that's the plan I seem to follow. I don't eat my first meal before 1, usually around 1, 2 o'clock. And then I have my dinner at 7, and then I don't eat again until the following day. It's just something that I do. It's not any kind of if some mornings I'll wake up, I'll be hungry, I'll eat earlier. It's not like it's a set plan that I'm going to do that. But it does seem to work for me. And when I get up in the morning, I drink a 16-ounce glass of water while I take my vitamins. And I do take a blood pressure pill, which I'm hoping when I go for my physical in January or March rather, that they're going to take me off that pill. And I just drink the 16 ounces of water, then I drink the 34 ounces. So I drink like 50 ounces before my first meal. And then I drink the other 34 ounces between breakfast and dinner. And then at night I might have like a 12-ounce glass of water. So I do drink a lot of water. And I just think that makes you feel better, keeps you full for one thing. And another tip I would give you as far as like if you're a snacker is I do puzzles in the winter because I tend to be cooped up in the house and I want to eat. So I can get engrossed in a puzzle that takes me 2 or 3 hours to do, and then I don't eat. I know some people would still snack. I don't. I really don't. So anyway, but those are the top questions that I've been asked. If you guys have any questions for me that I didn't answer, please leave them in the comments below and I'll definitely answer them for you. And go over to Dish with Dee and see how her video was, because she's the one that started it. And let me know how you're doing on your journey. Let me know what you're following, what plan you're doing, and if you have any tips for me. One of my biggest problems I realize is my portion sizes. I'm trying to cut back on that, but I'm a work in progress. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and thank you for watching.